AI
Yeah,
music,
yeah.
bro.
People are
Bro,
really
they
mad about AI music, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not mad about AI music. And the reason why I'm not mad about AI music is because if you're an artist and you're using AI to make the music, then you are just using tools just like you always have. I mean, it's been since the 70s or I'm gonna say
Mhm.
even further before that, the 60s,
yeah.
since music has really been pure and not like manufactured. So just because the manufacturing is available to everybody now, thanks to the internet and thanks to
Mhm.
software companies, doesn't mean that it's any never. There hasn't been situations in our life, in most of our lifetimes, because we're not that old,
Not
that
yet.
it's actually been pure music. I mean, we could hear pure music, but it's from before our lifetimes. It's just. But
Mhm.
now,
You
it's
I
still
just more
mean,
had
yeah, so,
some.
so
accessible.
if we go back
It's
to
You
more
the
had
to the
accessible.
some.
to the
Like
60s on
Prince
that.
as an example. Prince is somebody who could have
Prince,
sat
yeah.
there, made an album, and
His
every
music
single
wasn't pure
instrument you
though,
hear.
and amplified.
Yeah.
It's never been a time like in our lifetime, because even in the 60s they were still using electric guitar. They were still using
Yeah.
digital instruments. It's
Yeah,
going
because
to be
the electric
before that. I mean,
came out
folk
in the
music
'Cause
50s.
existed.
even before that, because they was sampling
Yeah,
back in the '60s and such. So yeah, so
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
As soon as
yeah.
technology got involved with
Mhm.
music, technology got involved with music. But now technology is opening the door and it's threatening the gatekeepers in music, and that's the reason why
That's the
they trying to
problem. Yeah.
villainize.
So so
That's the reason why they
so
trying to
so let me,
villainize
that brings
everything.
up a good question to have for you guys actually, since you guys are making a lot of music. Um, do you see like the artists that you're working with today using a lot of the AI tools and stuff as
Hell
they
yeah.
with what you're producing? Like what the music that you guys are doing at MGM, for instance.
Hell yeah. I mean, it's like I mean, the concept of it is like the concept of meta genre music is with the new genre, with the futuristic genre, and that the music in the metaverse is a genre of itself. But the artists that we deal with and work with, and just like most independent artists, they use a lot of different apps. They use, and I'm using the same ones, but it's like it's accessible to them, it's affordable for them, and that's how musicians, I mean, I agree with them. They should use that and not spend like okay. So let's look at it this way. These artists could produce their own music using AI generation as well as um, skill and learn in different apps and different tools that they could learn and download and purchase relatively inexpensively, or they could spend. I could tell you right now, a cheap track and a very cheap track from a legit producer is at least $1,000, and that's super
Hmm.
cheap. He's being very friendly to give it to you for $1,000.
Now, is he
Not
using
not.
AI to produce that too, or
And the
basically is
crazy part
everybody
is
using it?
the crazy part is he's not probably using AI, but he's using digital devices that the AI
Yeah,
is
digital
using.
tools. Yeah.
So it's the same. It's
Hmm.
the same. It's the same thing. It's like it's really no. It's just basically like the difference between you buying the drugs from a dope dealer or you buying the drugs from a dispensary. It's fucking weed.
Mhm.
It's like you
It's
Still
figure out.
still
music.
It's like just one is
still you.
is, is systematic and the other one is systematic control. The other one's not. That's really the difference between the two. So like
Mhm.
the industry, how it is, it's been systematically controlled. It's gatekeepers, and it's money. It takes a lot of money to get through the door to the gatekeepers, and everything is paid for play. But the internet and technology has opened it up to the streets, just the same way as the dope game would. You know what I mean? The medicine.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's open it to the streets. So now you can for a very inexpensive amount, you do what you need to do, and you can put yourself on. At one point, you had to pay to put yourself on. Man, since YouTube came along and all this stuff on the internet and TikTok, why
Mhm.
why would you don't have to pay to put
Now,
yourself
how do you think
on
that
anymore?
AI has affected that? With all the different like AI
Videos and stuff.
generated music and content. Do you think it's like actually are people gonna get so is it gonna get so saturated that we're gonna be like, nah, I just want to see some guy like playing the violin in the woods somewhere with no
I
amplifier, no nothing.
I think there'll always be a niche for it because right now you could probably go somewhere and watch somebody play music on a ukulele or something, or actually you can go downtown in most big cities at some point and watch an orchestra play. So there always will be a space for it, but I'm just saying the mainstream spaces have never been that. When's the last time you heard a classical or orchestra on the radio? It's just you have to go to AM radio. You have to go where the niche is at. You have to go to the
Yeah,
low downs
yeah.
on the radio.
They used
So
to have a classical one on like FM at one time too.
yeah, I mean it's the low stations on FM. So it'll be your 80s and your
Yeah,
70s.
yeah.
So it's like you could definitely still find it, but it's who listens to it. And it's all at the end of the day, once music became an industry, it became a commodity. So if music is a commodity, and the and basically it's just there to attract in order to monetize through advertisement. So if it's just there to attract and monetize through advertisement, who listens to that music still, and how many people are still alive that listens to that music and actually going to make sense for it to sell to advertise. Okay, if you want to sell to everybody 70 and plus, then I'm the place who's going to do that. Drug companies is going to do that for prescription drugs, and that's just probably about it. Like if you think about it, like it's very few advertisers are going to buy to sell to elderly. So as it continues to go, it'll continue to die. I mean, but keep in mind, the elderly now is not the same elderly as it was before, because you figure the baby boomers is the elderly now. So they listening to what, Elvis? So it's
Yeah,
just like,
or other stuff in the 60s. I don't know.
yeah,
You
they
know,
listen to Smokey Robinson and Elvis and these things that were from the 60s. So it's going to continue to go that way. And at some point, the elderly are going to be listening to LL Cool J, and that's not
and the
that far in the
80s, and the
future.
elders are going to be listening to the 80s.
Yeah.
you know,
Right,
like
right.
that.
So
But
So
you know,
it's like
I mean, how has it affected the quality? I guess you know, like like look at these like this is the Meta. These chairs are Meta's new. It's the new AI model. You know, but you can see it's still not perfect, but it does look better. You know, it does look better than
Yeah.
the past, I think. But you know, you can
I
kind of
mean,
see
I
a
think
quality drop. But so, what do you think with music? Does that also like? Have you seen a quality drop because of that? Because of the AI tools?
well, I don't think so, because it's like at the end of the day, that's like saying just because it's an acoustic guitar and not or it's an electric guitar, not an acoustic guitar, you're going to see a drop in the sound of music. You're just going to see a variety in the music, because the same person
The
who's
funnel
playing
is
the
wider.
acoustic guitar,
The funnel is wider.
The funnel
now.
is wider.
Think of it that
Exactly.
way. The funnel is wider.
The funnel is just wider. So it's like you're going to see the same quality of music. You're just going to see a different variety of music now, because it's going to be the same person who plays. Because on the same album, this person going to play the acoustic guitar, but he's also going to play the electric. The same album, he's going to have AI beats, but he also going to have more traditional beats, because it's different. I mean, it's the audience is wider, because these new kids coming up, they're not going to know the difference. Like the kids that like our kids, and as they come up, they're not really going to remember the difference, man. At some point in the next 20 years, AI music is going to be the standardized music, and it's whether you accept it now or accept it later, whether you're early adopter or late adopter, it doesn't matter. But you're going to adopt, because it's not going away. It's going to happen, because that's where the money. You could always follow the money and see where things are. That's where the money going. You know what I mean? So the money's going in, then that's where things are going to move.
Yeah, I think so. And Savage, I guess I'll ask you the same type of question, since you're doing, graphics and stuff, and it'd be interesting how AI is like affects, the product development there.
So AI has been a great help. I mean, especially for people that like me, for instance, me as a graphic designer, I'm already used to designing stuff, easily without having to use AI or anything like that. But what makes a difference into simplifying something where, like, if you want to make a logo or something, and you kind of explain it to the AI, how that logo is going to come out and everything, it does simplify everything. Literally, that helps. Yeah, helps the process and all that stuff. Now, do I feel like, is it okay for people that's gone to school to be a graphic designer, to do all this stuff and make it seem so much easier to do now without having to go to school? You know what I mean? That's where the things come to, like, damn, I invested all my time in
to
school
go to
learning
school because
this.
it's a weird time for
Yeah,
school. You
yeah.
know, it's like
Yeah.
if you just graduated like right before AI came out. Let's say you were a graphic design major or something, art major, and then you know you graduate in 2020 or 2021. AI is like already starting to do all the images and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, and
what makes it seem like, it makes it seem like, damn, like you spent so much money for school, you did all this shit, but now everything's so much easier where people can make money just by using AI. And literally you can, because that's what everybody's doing nowadays. Now you got to think about too when it comes to the music side and even movies.
Oh yeah,
they're recreating people that were dead, or they're making music of people that are past are dead. So that's kind of like crazy. Yeah,
they're signing contracts now with the actors, the old ones, before they die, to be able to have their likenesses. One of them is the dude James Earl Jones. He said they purchased his likeness before he passed away. He passed away, I guess, last year, but they're gonna do another Star Wars or whatever using his voice still. Because
can you believe it? You see, that's what I'm saying. And the thing is, AI can do all that. AI can copy someone's voice and recreate a whole script of a movie or anything.
You want to see how they brought something even crazier?
Yeah.
The data from Meta can be used through AI if you think about it, and they own everything that goes through Meta. If you look at the end user,
that's crazy.
I mean, Savage, your voice could be used for AI.
Yeah, my voice,
and your likeness.
All our voices. And in fact, that brings me to a new. So there's a new tool coming out. Maybe you guys heard about it, where you have the voice AI, right? It should be out tomorrow. I have a guy in my store ready to go, and so you can pick all these different voices, right? You know, so I picked the cool guy, but there's all these different ones. So you know,
that's cool.
It's pretty interesting. Yeah. And they're also coming out with a tool that they're going to announce where it's environment generation. So you can basically one prompt generate
a whole environment.
Yeah,
that's insane. You know what I heard? Really I don't know if this is a rumor or not, or what. I heard someone say it. I don't know if it's true though, but they're saying that they're trying to bring in a way where you can see Facebook videos. Did you hear about that?
Reels or something, or?
Well, maybe like that's how they Facebook, kind of like you know how Facebook has their player, whereas like Facebook video players and stuff. So you're gonna be able to bring that in, and you could put links of the Facebook videos or whatever, kind of like a YouTube, but only based on Facebook.
But on a Facebook one,
yeah. And if they do that, that would be kind of interesting. But then again, what does Facebook really have? I mean, Facebook doesn't really have much.
There's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing. I mean, it's just reels, right? I mean, to watch.
It's just reels and shit. Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess I'm pretty sure there'll be ways to flip that and freak that.
It's probably with URLs.
And then there'll be as long as it's a URL link in here, somebody will figure out how to freak it. You know?
Oh my God! If they do that URL link things, you know what's the possibilities? You could do so much things. Like
huge.
It's gonna be huge, and
that's gonna be crazy. That's gonna be crazy. Yeah. Well, you can't do that in RP1.
We'll bring
Have you guys been to RP1? Oh, Popcorn
Palace to fucking the Horizon.
Oh man. So,
RP1,
yeah, in RP1 you can actually just put in any streaming service you want and on your own server, you know, so you'll be able to play whatever you want.
That's
and
cool.
It could be whatever too, 18 and over, and nobody can say anything about it unless, you know, it's a government thing or something. So that's going to be crazy.
Of course you say that, Nick. He's like 18 and over. No, but yeah, man. I think this whole digital world though, like that we're in, it's like I can't wait until the Meta glasses are able to be like connected to VR, to where you're able to like do something and then your glasses project, or you're able to see the avatars and everything walking around in IR.
Yeah, and that's coming with the Orion, with those Orion glasses.
Orion glasses.
Yeah, and I think you know that you're going to use the same tools that you use to create in here, which will make it a lot easier for people, I think.
to grasp.
And then on the coding side, a friend of mine told me about this AI called Klein, right? And it's really awesome because it really helps you with your coding. Basically, it's more like an agent than like the LLM ones.
Mm-hmm.
And so you could ask it like, hey, I want to do, I want to move a player from point A to point B, or how do I do it? And he'll just read the whole SDK, so he'll know exactly what to implement. Bam, bam, bam. There is one time where he got it wrong, and he apologized. But it's a whole democratization of it all for everyone to really focus on being a creator. It kind of does suck because I've been a software developer for a long time. I'm kind of the same issue like that Savage brought up. It's like, well, yeah, now clients taking all the jobs away, but it gives you, if you're able to actually create something and make your own brand and do something, that tool is invaluable now. It's like I don't have to hire another programmer. I can just use him right now to help me with stuff.
Exactly.
Exactly. I mean, and like he said, it's going to be a funnel. So now there's going to be so many more creatives will be able to not be priced out of being able to create. Because right now, if you can't afford a developer, you know what I mean, you priced out, homie. But now it's going to be opening the door to all these other creators that don't have the money for a developer because they got the money for the AI software.
Yep.
Yeah,
that is true.
And a lot of these tools are free. Like Klein was free, or at least there's a free tier.
Here's the crazy part. Here's the crazy part, though. It's like people think that AI is going to lose jobs for developers. I think it's just going to make the developer jobs easy because people are going to be lazy no matter what.
Oh yeah.
So it's always going to be a convenience. They're going to not want to learn how to use the software. So it's going to be the developers. As long as the developers learn how to use the software, they'll get paid to
do the software, and you do it faster.
And you do it faster and make more money. So it's not like you're losing job. You're just changing how your job works. But
you're changing the
other part about it, it's like that's like in here. Like when I came in here, I was like, okay, I don't really care about none of this nerd shit. I really don't care about none of this stuff. I'm just want to be in here and rock out, and I need to pay somebody to make to make this particular stage for me. Oh well, it's gonna cost this, or go here, go that, or we can't do that. So I'm like, man, I'm gonna fucking learn how to do it. So I ended up learning how to do it, and that's what happened. But not everybody is on that level. So a lot of people just would come to me after I learned how to and pay me. So it's like just being, you know what I mean? Just
the so that's about being a good entrepreneur and getting yourself out there so they know that you're the guy that can do it,
Right.
And I use AI a lot because like a lot of times, like when you're developing something, you have a bunch of console logs everywhere, right? Let's see, I have a million of them. And actually, if you leave them in there, that takes up some of your capacity and stuff, and it affects your performance. So I'll go in there, and there'll be like a bunch of them in the project. Be like, Klein, go through and delete all these because I'm too lazy. I don't want to go through and delete. Go through and delete all the console logs. Pop, or do this other menial task that I don't want to write out. That type of thing. Or help me plan. He can help you plan too. So I think that's what's kind of missing from the actual like 3D mesh. Generation is like, help me plan a world. Like I kind of want to plan it with you and then make the models, because sometimes you're making models and then you make you're like, oh, this doesn't fucking work, or so I think if that was added to it, it'd be pretty dope.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, AI has been a big thing, and the thing is, this is going to be good for the next generation to come. Because the next generations don't want to learn much nowadays, and I feel like everything's different. Oh, we want to do YouTube, or we want to do Twitch, or we want to do social media.
Yeah,
that other shit. Yeah, the other shit. Like, what's gonna be low of people that do labor, like hard labor, plumbers, construction workers. That's how much people. A lot of these newer age, they don't want to do that shit.
Yeah,
and then
I think that's the job for robots, right? That's going to be the robot's job, and then we'll all make money being robot repairmen, or your bot.
Absolutely, that's where robotics is coming. He's absolutely right. That's why they're working on robotics.
Yeah,
those robotics will come in right.
They're getting because they know where it's going. Like they know what's going.
Not going to do it.
These kids ain't going to do that shit.
And eventually the robots are going to say,
low key, that's another reason why the political things is happening too, because they need to actually make room for there to be the robotics.
Yeah. What about an AI for president?
An AI? Oh shit!
Wait a minute. Look. Why do you think we don't already have an AI for president?
Yeah, whatever. It might be.
What's making you think? Especially because the way that he uses social media. Why do you think we don't already have an AI for president right now?
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Sure.
But yeah, the robots.
You know how people use Chat GPT for everything, right? And it's usually you could tell, like, you know, they use this is Chat GPT, but it's like it's usually the dumbest people that's using it. So, how many of the people in politics do you think are using Chat GPT right now for their things got to do inside of Congress?
To write their bills now, their bills.
Like you really think they're still writing bills, or having someone write bills when they got Chat GPT?
Yeah, that's definitely true. Everybody.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we all use it, for certain things, and
especially if you figure out there was a scandal where they got caught using Signal for military plans. If they're caught using a Signal for military plans, they're using Chat GPT, bro. If they're using Signal to communicate, they're using
definitely. Yeah,
definitely.
That takes you back to the UFO conspiracies and stuff, where that one hacker guy that hacked into the systems and found like a NASA spreadsheet, an Excel spreadsheet that had names of officers, and that some of them said non-terrestrial officers and their names and stuff like that and their locations. And then our government tried to have him extradited because he was in the UK, and he said, "Well, I didn't break into them. These were all computers that had no password, or they were labeled password as their password. So I didn't really do anything wrong." But no, they still wanted them.
The level of stupid when that comment, their password as the password. Wow.
Yeah, for a sensitive document or whatever. Yeah. That's crazy.
And that's another thing that if you think about this, if you ever talk to somebody who's like an older person, they're not very tech savvy. And if you think about who's in government, they're all old people. So you really think that they're tech savvy?
Yeah.
That's crazy if you think about it. They're all elderly people in government, just about.
Well, I want to say hi to everybody out there on the stream too. I know Sue is watching. She's helping save some bandwidth because I have to use my bot route now to record. There's a bug where if you cast in here, you can only hear your own mic. You can't hear anybody else's or the world sounds. So they screwed that one up. Fix it, guys. Don't make me do another bug, please. I'm begging you.
Fix it. Definitely fix it.
Got DJ Saint Nicholas in here.
Yeah, he's up in here trying to. I'm controlling it on my headset. Yeah.
You know what you should do? It would be a good idea. You should put him on a little cube, and that cube.
And then I can just
you just press the button, trigger, and he'll move around to which.
That's a good idea. That's really a good idea.
So it looked like a smoothly movement. Yeah, like a smooth movement.
So he's actually on a camera thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You should do that.
That's what's so cool about the metaverse, man. It's like you can just like come up with an idea and be like, let's do that. So,
I mean, at least we have one fan watching us. Lovely,
what's up?
Lovely.
Hey, where is everybody tonight? I know this is the first time in this world.
Hell yeah.
It's our first one in here. But
be walking around the world.
Cool. Yeah.
I know this world is huge. It's huge. People get lost all the time in it. But so we are still making updates to this one, and then you'll see like the balls up here, and I was telling Daytona earlier that his ball's up here somewhere too.
I told him to stop talking about my balls.
The way you said that.
I didn't give him any permission mentioning my balls.
So you'll be able to teleport into these sky boxes, and there'll be like whole new worlds in there.
Okay.
So
That's cool.
that's what's going on there.
Oh, that's funny. Oh, yeah.
Oh man. So I'm wondering, like, all of these Bitcoin what you call it, miners or whatever, Bitcoin miners, like
The miners, yeah.
what exactly, like, what's the scam of making it a avatar in Horizon Worlds and sending out, like, what are they getting out of this? What's the value? Do you know? What's the scam?
One Bitcoin right now is like
Bitcoin vendor.
$107.
There you go. What? So what is
It's
so what is a big
$107,000.
107,000. God dang.
Yeah.
100.
Yeah, about that, give or take, right now.
I remember when
It's been kind of stuck there for a little while.
I remember when Bitcoin cost less than $1.
Yeah, I know. Damn. Even $500 sounds good now.
Hell yeah.
But
Look, I'm seeing people run across there in the world.
oh,
yeah,
they're in the
they're
world
trying
on
to
the other side.
They're trying to look. They're trying to look for the.
For the
I'm trying to find
podcast.
this. Like,
Can you
Are we on
hear
Yeah, I
global?
just saw something.
People see us.
Yeah, we are on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
look,
yeah,
it's
so
right
come,
there.
Yeah, there's
come
some
through
right
the
there. Look.
podcast. Yeah, here we go. Come into the podcast area.
Can you
Yeah,
see us?
yeah.
can you dig it?
So tell me about this scam. Let's tell these viewers what's going on with the scam in Horizon Worlds and Bitcoin.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you notice, like, because I was finna start sending out invites. So the first thing that pops up because I really only come on Horizon Worlds like once a week, bro. I come in here for the show, and then I got an event. That's the only time I'm popping in here. But so when I popped in here, it's a whole bunch of follow requests, and like when you click on them and look at the profiles, a lot of them say Bitcoin vendor, entrepreneur, Bitcoin vendor. So like, what exactly is the scam? Like, I know the scams. Like, I know the scam about like the ones where they're like they're trying to like be your sugar mama or sugar baby or whatever.
Musk or something.
I know what the scam is with that. So the scam with that is they're trying to get to convince you to give them your Cash App, and what they'll do is they're supposed to be sending you money for Cash App, but they're trying to like sweet talk you so that you're not paying attention. So they're sending you a request for Cash App
Instead of
not
saying,
not. So
and then
when you see
you're
it,
not
I'm
paying
about to send you a
attention.
$300 Cash App. You ready? But it's a request, not a payment. So when you click on it you click on it to accept it, you're clicking on it to send it because they're requesting the money. So they just steal it from you, and then Cash App. By the time they're like, well, you accepted it, you sent it. They're not gonna like dispute it, and then the person's gone. So they just get like $300 a wop.
Damn. So everybody should be very careful with their Cash Apps out there. You know, I think that you know, a lot of times when you're in VR too, you might be doing it quick. Maybe they're excited that they're getting the cash. You know, they're like, hell yeah, I'm send me $300, and you don't pay attention because you're looking through your nose hole or something. Damn. Or seniors. That sounds like seniors.
And that's how it works. It's like it's like they'll do all the the stuff that they got to do to get you trusting them. And once you get them trusting you, okay, I'm gonna send you $300. You go to $300. I'm gonna send you. They see it come through, and then it's a request. It's not a cent. And then that person's now got $300 and on to the next victim.
When you drop that name,
if they do that a lot, it's because they probably have succeeded a bunch of times.
Yeah, there's places in Nigeria and other countries that's all they do.
Yeah,
that's all they do. You ever seen
that movie? That's probably what they're doing with Bitcoin too.
What's the name of the movie? It had Will Smith in it. Will Smith was talking about all this. He was a scammer. And it was like,
I know what you're talking about. I've never seen the whole thing, but him and there's a female. I can't think of her name, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
they were straight scamming stuff.
He breaks down so many different scams, and he was doing so many different scams in that movie.
Because like one of them, they had a race. They had a major race.
Yeah.
I know exactly what movie. I can't think of the name.
That's a good movie.
Exactly. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I mean, because it's bothering me, I'm gonna find that for you. I'm gonna use my handy dandy AI and Google.
My handy
dandy notebook.
We should all be really careful of these scams out here for sure too.
By the way,
there's a lot of Bitcoin scams out there. Rose, hey, welcome to the show.
Rose, it's called Focus.
What do you think of our new
the name of the movie?
Was it hard for you to come into the world? I know I was packed.
Yeah, it was packed. I know, and you had to wait a while.
Yeah, you might have to go.
Yo,
You know,
DJ
like in
Murphy,
VR chat, they have a
focus.
queue, like a
All right, I'm
queue to
back.
get
My
into the world.
handset was about to die. I don't know. I
So if
guess
y'all
I
ever
was
want to
trying
watch
to
that
do
movie,
this.
watch the movie Focus.
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 Yeah.
That's the name of the movie.
I've
It's
only seen
crazy.
part of the movie, so but I knew what you was talking about as soon as you said it.
Yeah, because he was bringing out all the different scams he was doing and how the scams work. Crazy movie. He was actually teaching how to be a scammer, really, in the movie.
That is crazy. So have you guys? Speaking of glasses, have you seen those new Snap glasses that they want everybody to develop with? It was at AWE, and you could do like they had this one that was basketball. You could do practice your basketball shots and stuff. You know, it'd show you
I didn't
where
see it from there, but my guy Rex Exec, he's been talking about it for a minute. Yeah, Rex was talking. He's the first person I heard talk about him.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's Snapchat glasses.
Yeah, so you can develop for that, and it's kind of like the same way in here. There's a studio, and then you connect different things, and make things happen in there.
That's cool.
You could have your whole brand in there too. You could play a video, like let's say MGM wants to play a video right on their website in augmented reality, so you could play a video like as a little window in your glasses or whatever you wanted to add to it. Yeah, spectacles is what they're called. Yeah,
craziness, man. It's just all of these different companies and all these social media companies get involved. This is going to be a limitless amount of opportunity if you're an entrepreneur to actually just develop and move in this space and have your brand in these different places, in these different spaces, offering digital, offering whatever people have in the real world, but in a digital version of it, which is really wild.
The more companies jump in it, the more the prices drop. So they become more and more affordable for people. Like imagine the prices you're hearing about Orion now. And then by the time it actually comes out, I bet you the price will be even lower before it's more really accessible to everybody. The price will be, I'm sorry, I keep laughing because every time I look up, I keep seeing random people running through the world. Yeah, the more and more glasses come out, it just makes me smile because I know the price points are going to keep dropping lower and lower.
Competition. As well. Definitely. They gotta stay competitive.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. The price is going to keep dropping more and more.
Good. Talking about competitions.
What was it like 10 grand or so? When they was talking about last year for Meta, I bet you come next year it will be 10 grand. I bet
it actually comes out to they'll probably try to get it down to like $500 or something, and then they'll come out with the Orion S or the next year or the year after that, and we'll be able to and the same tools are going to be the Horizon tools, so that's also another reason why to use them, because you'll be able to grow that way as well, and sell avatar clothes. Maybe in the real world, see Savage at the conference, and he has like his avatar clothes on. So I see him with his avatar clothes, and then I look up, he's wearing something else. That'd be cool.
Talking about competitions, though, what world are you putting into this competition? Because I know you can use an old world that you created, a game or anything like that.
Yeah, I'll probably update some Gut Punch stuff. I have my Hot Skate store that I've been trying to make a game in, but the physics of VR and mobile are totally different. For some reason, I don't know why, but and then I might do a new one. So if you do a world, basically, the world has to be published before the end of the day tomorrow. So you could go and make just make a blank world, put a cube in it. Hey, it's published. You meet the requirement, so you could do. Kind of start fresh if you wanted to in that way. So
start fresh. Yeah. Definitely, because a lot of people are going to get into that, especially if they have older games that they can make into a mobile. That's going to be good because there's a lot of people that made good games in the past that can convert them to mobile.
Try to convert them, which isn't an easy task, actually, though, especially if it's an older game. It's not easy.
Definitely.
And then they have that new system out. I couldn't get it working because I think it's not fully available yet. But where when people come into your world now, let's say they're at one of your clubs or Daytona's event or DJ Marcus's event or mine, you can have them wear an actual like a MB shirt or something for the time that they're in the club.
They do.
Or based on their level. Yeah. So I think that's also going to open it up a lot of cool things for the competition too.
That's very cool, especially if you want to make events where you have to use those like outfits or something, like if it's like a tournament or something.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. Yeah.
And might have to make the Wu-Tang game again. People come in, they have the one Wu-Tang shirt on one side, another Wu-Tang shirt on the other side.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that word. I forgot about that.
The Wu-Tang.
That was I forgot about that. Yeah, they have to.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so I think Meta is really coming out with some good tools and stuff for us to use and try to like monetize ourselves in a different way, because maybe I like that shirt that I wore at your club and now I'm going to buy it, that type of thing. So,
yeah, they're making money off this monetization thing. They really are. Like low key, like these like selling clothes with people buying these clothes, they're making money off that.
Yeah. I mean, I think they take like
it's a percentage.
How much do they take now?
They take a good chunk.
It's like
a big chunk
or something. What is it?
Yeah, they take about that amount. It's about that amount because
I think most stuff that they make like 55.
Yeah,
somewhere between 50. It's like 55%. Well, technically, I think it's like 50%. But then there's 5 from something else. So in essence, they come out to be like 55
some
or
Horizon or
something. Like yeah, exactly.
Just through because I was checking through my monthly like amount of stuff that I've sold. I've sold 1,225 items this month.
Oh, wow, that's great. Yeah.
Nice.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's but they do take a big chunk of that shit. So yeah.
So they take 65%
imagine
from that.
all of the people selling stuff. How much money they're actually
they're making a lot.
You have all the bootleg stuff that they're making money off of too. All the bootleg Marvel.
Yeah, because now they're charging for the stuff in the day. I'm like, this used to be free. Now they charging for this? Like when they close, I'm like, okay.
So get this too, and I'm sure you've seen the Savage in your dashboard, but they're going to allow us to have our items in the store too. So it's coming soon.
Gonna be sick. That's gonna be sick, and I'm kind of hyped for that because for some reason
I'm really hyped.
I'm having trouble with like maintaining the store's lag. I don't know how. It's so hard to figure that out. I did go to some of my team members went to other worlds. Like for instance, Elena's made a world where she made rather than how you using the UI to purchase the items, she made a button where you click on it and it takes you to the menu. And it seems to be
working. That seems to work. Thing.
Yeah. So it seems like the problem is it's not the fact that you have a lot of clothing in the world. It's the fact of so much UI, the gizmo UI. Because that shit makes it kills it. And so now I got to figure out a way how to make that same script that she has. I don't know if it's a TypeScript or script. I don't know how she made it.
Yeah, I know there is one in the gizmos too, a new one that is for shopping too, but it might only be for like consumables. At least it was at the time. Yeah,
because I definitely want to change all that because my stores are like, it's not the fact that the store is laggy, it's the fact that when you press purchase, it lags, it black screens.
And then you lose the sale, and then
that's where you lose the sale, So I got to figure out a way how to put that same thing that Alina has, or just look to see if they have something in the new, in that new public thing, asset thing, because a lot of people are putting a lot of stuff in it.
Yeah, you can check that out. Now, one of the things I just actually learned last week is there's, how you can trace your performance of your world, like you're on your wrist and stuff. So you do a full trace on it. And then you go to this thing called Perfecto or something like that. You import that file that it gives you, or a couple of them, and you can actually zoom in and see all the way down to see which call is causing it. So like when that person clicked on it, you could see what happened. Like how long did that call to the API take, and and what's actually causing the lag. So I would suggest everybody dig into that if you're gonna.
Now I don't know if you guys have heard or anything, but I've been hearing that a few people got kicked out of the partner thing. Did you hear about that?
No, yeah. Tell me more.
So I heard. I don't know if it's true. I mean, it could be a rumor, but I don't know, or just someone making shit up. But they said that a few people got kicked out because they were putting mobile bots, a bunch of them, not just one or two. You're talking about like world packed of mobile bots, and they were cheating the system basically. So they got caught. A few people got caught. A few people got caught doing that.
And actually, I do have video evidence of that from somebody that I will not name, but had sent me that on Instagram. Where like every time I go into this world, check this out, and there was literally, I won't say what game it is, but there were literally like 10 bots in there just hanging out.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? I got an invite to somebody's world, and it was on mobile, and I jumped in there, and that's what I saw too. There was like 5 or 6 bots that were just sitting in there from where they sent me an invite. So yeah, that's happening. I didn't even think of it until you just
But how do they get their bot on mobile, or is it like a desktop one like we're using for the stream?
It's an actual mobile. I guess they're using.
They're
they're using like the farms, like like they do in Singapore or whatever, and you have like all those phones, and then you like pop. Oh, that's crazy.
And you can even, what you could even do? And then I'm not saying this so people could do it, because fucking do it. I mean, come on. Don't lose your fucking monetization. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But there is in the PC, there is an app that you can play mobile games on. You open a bunch of those, and you could literally, that's what they're doing. They're using this app.
So they don't even have to farm it out. They can just like do that, and they have a bunch of phone. And then Meta can probably see the IP or something. Exactly. Maybe they're not dumb enough to use the VPN.
And that's what I'm saying there. But like,
I think for us, it's like I wanted to do it the right way, and that's why I do parody stuff and don't do copyright stuff. It's all parody, and because it ruins it for everybody, and those people out there that are actually doing it, they're actually stealing from us. They're stealing from the community because we're all lumped together in the bonus. So don't do that out there. Don't server farm in here. We'll catch you.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't lose your monetization for something dumb. Don't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense at all. Well, we're at that time again, actually, at the end of the night. So for shameless plugs. Start with Daytona over here.
Shameless plugs. Man, we got some new artists coming out soon. One of them, man, I'm excited about him, man. His name is Trey Trizzy. Man, one of the better R&B artists I've heard in a minute. He about to blow y'all away with his smooth singing. Color Connect is another one we about to drop. So we not just hip hop. We not just other kind of music. We got some crooners. We got some R&B cats that's about to come in and take over that portion of the Metaverse game. So stay tuned. Oh, and I got a jazz club, Scat Lounge that we built for these R&B groups that's been sitting there for like months because we didn't have enough R&B artists. But now we got the R&B artists to sing. We about to make
are you gonna have some R&B clothes in there too for us?
Say that again.
Are you gonna have some clothes for us in there too?
Clothes.
Man, y'all clothes addicts, man. I just want to have clothes. All right, man. We'll get some clothes in there for you. But yeah, keep watching Metagenre Music TV on YouTube. Keep watching us on our socials, man. Keep supporting our artists. MetagenreMusic.co. Buy their music. It's distributed by Empire Distribution. It's legit music on all streaming platforms. Holla at us.
Allah, right on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say check out Mr. Block Party Radio 24/7 every Monday through Thursday. Big shout out to City Girl with Crypto City. Every Thursday, I'm sorry, at 11 a.m. EST. Check out Crypto City Monday through Friday. On Thursdays at 11:30 p.m. Eastern, check out Sisters for Sisters. And on Fridays at 5 p.m., check out Kawan Kimpachi with that hip hop joint. So if you're always trying to figure out what's going on here music-wise in the metaverse as well, check out Mr. Block Party Radio. And also about myself, I haven't been in here spinning, doing too many parties in the metaverse. It's been a minute. I've been having people hitting me up like, you need to be DJing again. You need to be DJing in here. Just been so busy outside the headset spinning. But stay tuned. I got some announcements on a couple special parties we got coming up here in the metaverse. So it's been a minute. It's time to bless these turntables in the metaverse again.
Yeah, I look forward to that. Here we go.
What's going on, guys? We got basically a few worlds that we are coming out with, actually new ones. We do have a that is coming out, which is based on Blenchi's outfits. It's going to be called Aguabash. So stay tuned for that as well. We're coming out with another world next month. It's going to be called Havana. I want you guys to, check that out. It's actually a world that was made by Hippie Riz. A very nice world, actually, beach setting world as well. So definitely check that out. As well, we have Beastware opened right now. We have Pandora's Box, if you guys want to go check that out. As well, in this coming month as well, we're going to be implementing more time for the shows like MB Talks and Date Game. We kind of stalled a little bit for this month, but next month we will be doing that again. As well, we have another build coming out, which is actually, I can give you the hint. One of the creators that is building it is called RJ Creator. The Creator, if you guys don't know who that is. Yeah, he's building a world. It's going to be called Pandora, which is almost kind of a look to kind of like Avatar. I don't know if you guys ever seen the movie Avatar.
Oh yeah,
it's gonna give you
Blue Giants.
It's gonna be kind of like So definitely, check that out. Stay tuned for that. Follow us on mbworlds.vr. That's where we're going to be announcing all these new things that are coming out. As well, we're going to VR chat. We already have one build coming out in VR chat, and we're working on the second one. So,
all right,
definitely that's going to be, we're going to be doing that as well on VR chat. We're going to be doing events there as well. And and if you guys are looking for merch in IRL, for even outfits that you guys have made here in the metaverse, or you guys just want, for your brand, to let me know, and we could strike a deal. So definitely. Thank you guys. And
all right, thank you, Savage. All right, I got to find myself. Oh, here I am. Here, come over this way. Well, wrong way. Ever since this new update, my right controller went out, so now I have to just use. Now this hand went out. Oh, did it go out? Yeah, something happened to this. So first, I'd like to say, please fix my tracking. Meta, come on, guys, look at this. Why? I can't even. All I can do is move my thumb around. That's it. But so check out Indie Tours tomorrow night. We got some great creators lined up. Thanks to our World Scouts, Lovely, and the rest of the team that comes up and gets all these doors together and gets the creators all together for the tour tomorrow. We got Guru Code Dog also coming up tomorrow night as well at 9 p.m. It starts at 9 p.m. and ends at 11 p.m. Eastern. And be on the lookout for my new updates at Hot Skates. I got some new skate shoes in there, including some used skate shoes that are all torn up and shit. And people have been buying those. They like to have torn up shoes. So, maybe I'll do some more of them. And
nice.
And then, of course, we're going to do the competition. And so we got some work to do there. So stay tuned for some new gaming stuff. And that's it from me.
Hell yeah.
Once again, thank you guys for coming out today. It was a slow night, I know, but I think the topics
Big
were
shout out
pretty
to
good.
everybody that's watching this. Big shout out.
Yeah, we got people on the stream right now.
And thank you.
Big shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Definitely. Big shout out to y'all. Big shout out to Suit too.
Yeah.
Yes,
behind the scenes. Shout out to Lovely and everybody else who was just running through the world randomly.
Running through the world.
Randos.
Maybe we need some like airplane like kind of, you know, like a runway lights that shows them where they're going.
Show them exactly where to go.
Yeah,
so they're looking at tiny people running through everything.
Oh yeah.
All right. Thank you everybody on the stream and everyone here.
Thank you guys. You guys did great.
That's
a wrap.
Peace.
Peace out. That's a wrap.
All right,